add new post, rendered only once initial rendering. Here it is, add post rendered. And when I now use add a new post, for example, save post, nothing happened. Only one add post rendered is only one. No re-rendered. Again, save post, not re-rendering. Always is here, but we changed. Add new post start with empty title and empty content. Now, when I add and I leave that input box and click in content, this moment is on change. On change is moment, is event when I leave input box. Here is on click. When I click in some box or here in text area now and write AAA. When I leave out, it is event on change. And in that moment, click out. In that moment, content is AAA, but was empty. Now is AAA, and the title also AAA. We have no add post form. We have no re-rendering add post form. But local state, it is local state is changed. Save post. There is no re-rendered add post. Again, now is form is title is empty. It is a state title, local state title is empty. Now click outside on change, happen on change. This moment local state title is AAA, not empty. Also click in content in this text area box and type AAA, leave box. It is on change, and this moment empty content now is AAA content. And when I save post, again I have as before title empty and content empty. Because after process, when I click save post, after that I have a same value for title, content, and we see other same value as before. We have no re-rendering. We have not a need for re-rendering. Okay, let's go to see in code. When click in button of down is return add post form, and here is a return. It is HTML. What we see, it will produce HTML form, and here is on change. When happen on change, we will see this is function on title changed. This function would change this title in what we write. And but for now I want to see click. On click button, save post, call on save post clicked function. Let's go to that function. On save post clicked function. And in body of that function is arrow function. You look at it is arrow function. In body of that arrow function, we have set add request status, set title, set content, set error. El Dorado of local states. This component. Let's go up. Here we declare state title, state content, state add request status, and the state error. For state, it is local state. And set title, set content, set add request status, and set error is function what will change the variable, what will change state, and after change state we have re-render it. There is only one reason for re-rendering component, only one. It is a change of state. But look at now. Here we have set request status. We change in pending. It was default. It was idle. It was idle. And now, when we click on button here in this body of function, set add request is pending. What happened? It means that, as we know in programming, when it is a statement and the execution of that statement means that state, a local state add request status is changed in pending. And after that, we must have a re-rendered add new post, but we have not. Why? Because set state, every set state, all that set state, React create batch. Batch, it means aggregated together and don't execute in that moment, but asynchronous. Complete batch, concrete batch with 4 set, and after that resolve that batch and re-render if need re-render. But when you look at this complete inside of body, we have a batch of set add request was idle. But here it is, set add request in the end of the process would be again idle. Set title was empty after dispatch, add new post. After dispatch tank, add new post. Set title to empty. Set content to empty. Set error to null as was before. And set add request to idle as was before. All set is as before. There is no changes. Changes was only temporary during this batch, during this execution of this function. And that local state we need only to dispatch, and after that we don't need that local state. And here is interesting that useState change state, local state, and save it in a variable. Which variable? Look at here. Title, on title change, set title value. It means that what we type, and when we leave inbox, on title changed variable, on title change variable is placed in memory where is a new value, what we type. Also for title. Also on content change is value what we type is in variable on content changed. And it is value of title on title changed is a value for title, and on content change is a value for content. And we wait, click to submit button, to save button, to submit button. We're waiting for it. And who, during that waiting, who saved that new title and new content? This on title change and on content change. After event on change, we have a new value what we type. After on change in title, on change in content box. And waiting to click button. When we click button, that value we dispatch to hook. That value we dispatch to hook. And after that, here it is, we dispatch to hook add new post. Here is title and content. We dispatch to add new post title. Why we need set add request status, local state? We need it because we want, don't permit that somebody, that we click many times during process, that we don't add same value 2 times. And because of that, we have that condition, Boolean title, must be title, must be content, but also must be add request status equal idle. And it is idle because here it is in declaration, use state for add request status is initial state is idle, and we can click and when we type title and content, this Bool algebra must be all members who 1. Title exists, Boolean content exists, and add new request status equal idle. Yes, we can go to realization of click button. Click button, here it is, here it is. We can on-click only if can save exist. Can save is 1. And we cannot see button, we cannot click button if exclamation mark means no. If can save is not 1, not true. When can save is false, something, there is no title maybe, there is no content maybe, or add request status is not idle. And because of that, when we click on the button and call this function, on save post click, immediately we set add request to something what we want pending, but must be different of idle. And this moment, when we are in process inside of body of this function, add request is pending and not idle. Nobody can click because button is hide but not clear visible. But when all this finished, add set add request finally is idle again. And all that set go in batch. Set state always work asynchronous. It not never execute immediately. Only go in batch, update, and after that re-render update states, and after that re-rendered component if it is needed. But here, batch set state go in batch, update, and we don't need re-rendering because that update means all as before. Set title empty, set content empty, set error null, and set add request idle. After dispatch, title and content, we here in process of that function return value as in initial value, and after that add form, add new post form. There is no reason for re-rendering. Repeat, useState hook function create use to return array with two members. Title, here is first member is variable, second is function to change that variable. And here concretely we have 1, 2, 3, 4 local state. Initial value was title empty, content empty, set add request status idle, and error null. And we have a variable on title changed, on content changed, for temporary memorize value what we type in title and in content. Title in content we need to send remote mock server by asynchronous process by tank function add new post. And set and add request error, we need error. We spoke about that, this error concretely. It is connected with unwrap method, what I talked in previous video. And add request status is only flag for conditions, click button, possible click on button or not possible. But title and content is important, and that is something what go to add to mock server. Interesting, there is no ID, it is new post. When coming in mock server will add new post to array and create ID. And in response, fulfilled, we have ID, title, and content, and that with ID, title, and content would be push to copy of actual state. But concentrate on this Eldorado of local state. Lot of local states, but I explain now what is it. And very interesting that set state don't resolve, don't execute immediately. Set title, set content, all that is set state. set error, set add request status. All of them go in batch. React create batch, and that batch separately update, asynchronous update, and after update we'll see, if needed, re-render component. It is always very, very logic, because think about immediately change state. For example, this change state to pending, re-render component. Set title to empty, re-render component. Set content, re-render. Set error, null. But before this, on change, when on every on change, we have here change value. On every on change, on title changed, we must have re-rendering, but it is we don't need, because we have not set state connected with this variable and this variable. It is not question that temporary value of input and content, not connected with only there is no code, there is no script here what changes state, set state, who would change on title change. There is no there is no set state. For example, previous state is title, and new state is on title change. There is no something like this. Also, previous state content, and new change is on content changed. There is no something like that. We have only this dispatch title and content, and after that set all as before. Set all as before. And this on title changed, on content change, when it is activate, it is here declaration. But who call them? On title change, on content change, it is function, must be called. Okay, let's go to see in form. In form. In form, here it is. Input on change event, on change, and it is event when we leave input box, when we leave text area. Concretely here, when we leave input box, it is on change, like on click is when we click on button. But on change event, when we leave, call this function. And that function change value of title. How? Look at on title change. Here it is. It is arrow function event, parameter event, and the event is on change event. Set title event target. What is target? Input. It is element where we type text. It is target. And value what it is in that moment, in that target, in that input. It is function. On title change in function, what change value in input, value in text area. Here it is value in text area. Who call that function? Call here in form on change event. On change event, call on title change. In text area here, on change event, call on content change function. It means that in that context of typing text and leave input, leave context, leave text area, in that we have not set state. We have changes of that local state, temporary changes, dispatch that new value in input and context, and after dispatch all bring by set to previous state. Okay, if you know somebody that needs learning, that need the content like this one in my video, or my kind of learning of teaching, tell them about this video, that our community growing, and we all have more knowledge if community is bigger and bigger. Subscribe if you like, comment, ask question. If I know, maybe some other know. It is community learning, sharing learning. It's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video.